Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you, Mr. Shrikant, for asking that question. It's all about poor spellers that I want to talk about. Today, there are children who are not able to spell properly. And what is the reason behind this? What is a technique that can help many poor spellers? I'm going to share it with you in this video. So stay tuned till the end of the video. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and also hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And these insightful videos is going to change your life for a better. So I also want you to share this video with all of your friends so that it can help many other parents as well. And this particular video especially is helpful not just for parents but also for teachers so that they can use this technique and help many students who are poor spellers in their classrooms. I'll just share the screen so that you can get more clarity about what I have to talk about. So it's all about poor spellers. What is the cause for poor spelling or why children are not able to spell properly? I'm going to share it here. It's all about three main things. There are multiple reasons, but three main causes I can say is one is dyslexia or dysgraphia or maybe due to visual formation disorder. So this particular technique is for both dyslexia and visual formation disorder. Whoever is into all both of these issues, the technique that I'm going to use will be helpful for both of them. So let me tell you, visual formation disorder, it means that whenever we are trying to read something aloud or write something, what happens is a kind of visual is formed in the mind. Some kind of picture is formed inside the mind. But some of them are not able to get that picture in the mind. That's the only reason they are not able to spell properly. Dyslexia is also the same kind of formation wherein they get confused between the mirror images, like for example, the mirror letters like maybe P and B, D or Q and so on. So what happens is child is getting confused between words or some alphabets, and due to which they are not able to frame the sentences properly because of the spellings. And this particular problem, the child, if the child is facing this problem, the child feels low and he is not able to have that confidence in life to move ahead. Sometimes they even stop using the same words because they are not able to spell properly. So this happens and they are not able to move ahead very comfortably as others. So we need to tackle this problem right away and see that this can be eliminated very easily. And not this is not just for children. This technique can be used by anyone without any age limits. Irrespective of your ages, you can use this technique. So I just want to share with you a case study. That is, a small boy who was 13 years old had come to me, who was not able to write his own name. But using this technique, within 3 months, he was able to read passages. Can you believe this? This can happen in your life as well. If you are a poor speller, or your child is a poor speller, or your student is a poor speller, try to help them out with this technique. And this is going to help all the parents and teachers. Now, to learn spellings, one should have visuals, sounds, and a touch type feeling whenever he is able to understand any concept. So here in this technique, we are not going to use any kind of stationery. It is just the visuals, the sounds, and also the feeling of touch. That is the thing that we are going to use here. So no using any of the stationaries here. So what is the technique about? I'll just share with you the technique. What you have to do. First thing is, ask the child to visualize a very enormous or a big sized board of any color of his choice. Maybe he wants to have black color or white color or green color board, black board or white board or green board, anything. But let him visualize a very big sized board. And then ask him to visualize a paintbrush dipped in a bucket of paint, any color of his choice, That is, allow him to visualize the color that he wants, because sometimes it may not resonate with the colors that we want to ask him. So let him visualize his own color in the bucket, and ask him to visualize an enormous paintbrush that is dipped in the bucket. Now ask him to just close his eyes and visualize as if he is writing that particular word in using that same brush, maybe a three-letter word or a four-letter word, whatever word he is not able to figure out, or he is not able to get the spellings. Sometimes you have to ask him to just dip that particular paintbrush and write on the board. For example, if it is boy, then BOY. Let him write it and ask him to visualize step by step. That is, dip the paintbrush, remove the excess paint from the paintbrush, and now start writing. So create a kind of a scene that he is doing in a real life. Let him visualize it in his real life, that he is writing B on the blackboard. Now when he is writing B, he can see the color and he can feel, he can also sometimes smell the paint of the paint smell, sometimes that also comes into reflection. My client was able to say that he used to tell me that I can smell the paint when you ask me to do this technique. So it happens, it is true that a mind is able to reflect all that sub modalities that when we visualize. Now what happens is, now the child is writing B, and now tell him to again dip the paintbrush into the bucket and write O. Now next write Y. After that, ask him to read that spelling aloud. Read that spelling aloud. That is, once he writes that spelling, now he has to spell that aloud. When he finishes writing and reading aloud, ask him to read or spell that word backwards. For example, BOY. Now spell it backward. YOB. The child is able to spell it very easily, you believe me or not. You just try this technique, the child is able to do it. If it is a big maybe for example you are talking about elephant, for example, it's quite a big spelling. So what we need to do is cut short, or you can divide the spelling and make it like three letters or four letters, and then combine it together. This technique really works. So repeat, repeat, and repeat. Once you start repeating, the word boy is stored, that picture is stored in the mind, and it is very easy for the child to retain what is learned. He is able to spell backwards as well. This is the magic. And not just that, after that, one more thing you have to do is go into that sounds, or make him to listen to that audio. Now what you need to do is give some audio clips. Maybe you are talking the word BOY, the boy is sitting. When you say that word sitting also, you need to spell that SITTING, sitting. The boy is sitting. When you start reading aloud to the child is able to grasp very easily. Now all those submodalities like visuals, the sounds, and the feeling is incorporated in this technique, and that's the reason the child is able to spell easily. I hope this technique will help most of the parents and also the teachers. If you are really interested to know more about these techniques or help more people, get into the consultation call with me. I can help you try to figure out what is your problem and try to get a solution for it. Again, a gentle reminder, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, do subscribe it so that these videos can become a game changer in your life.